So game for all you dumb niggas. Not just the young niggas, but the dumb niggas. For you lady. But now I take it all back. Cause you gave it on your pussy. Can't you even lift my balls? Say your number on the cabinet. I'll call it back. Baby, I'll give you a call. Next time I'm feeling kinda horny, you come on over and I break you off. Stop falling in love. I've never met a girl that I love enough. I was, I'll play the whole song, but they gonna cut us off for copyrights and shit. Y'all know what it is, man. This is Not Relationship Goals Podcast. This is episode 113. It's your boy Chillin' Dylan. As always, I got Big K with me, my beautiful wife.
Hello.
Over here doing some, I don't know what she was over here doing.
That was the sound effects.
No, you was doing before that. You was licking in the air and shit.
Oh, I was licking the balls, and then I'll open up my mouth.
Well, where was that this morning?
I was a little lazy.
Where was that this morning?
I gave you a little side action.
Yeah, I had to put that on because we were having a conversation just about like the whole men and women, not necessarily just Drea and the young men, but just overall, like how that is, like how that can happen, why is it happen, who's at fault, who's wrong. Ain't nobody wrong, ain't nobody at fault. It's just, I always look at it like the game is a game. The player's gonna change, but the game is gonna remain the same. Women gonna be snipers. They gonna get these niggas, whether they're young or old, they gonna get a nigga with some money. They gonna get it out of them somehow. The young niggas may be more of a target because, like you were saying, like they don't have much knowledge about it. But dumb niggas is just dumb niggas. I'm here to just tell y'all. Dumb niggas is just dumb niggas. Period. Whether they old or young. I gave you examples of older niggas that they got caught up, but they had enough to sweep it under the rug. But you got a few niggas, Carmelo, D-Wade, there's many more niggas you can name. But it's like, whether you have money or you don't have money, dumb is dumb. You got niggas that in the hood, we'll just take it out of rich people shit. In the hood, you got the local hood rat. Somebody's gonna have a baby with this woman. Even though they knew, maybe they got, they slipped up. Somebody's gonna have a baby with this woman, and not just that, someone is gonna wife this woman, knowing that she's been with the whole neighborhood. That's just what it is. Some niggas like that type of shit. I don't know what it is, but I feel like young or old, dumb is dumb. Okay. Like, but we can get into more of it. But what do you feel about that? I know you were saying something else.
I just think everybody gotta be accountable for themselves, and I think you take the man's perspective, so I think the woman's, and no take the Drea or any other woman. But I'm just saying, if that was my son, I would not be none too plussed, and I don't think that she would either. If it was, I'll give an example. Like if it was her son, and I said, like I said, somebody like Bernice Burgos came out and said she was pregnant with Drea's son, you would not be happy about that. That's my point. So
I don't know. Bernice got a bag. He was doing her shit.
I don't give a fuck. It's not. I know one's talking about money. I'm talking about just the life that you hope for your children to live. Just maps out.
It doesn't always. Yeah. But that's the thing. You can raise your children up.
I'm not saying
you can
that's
guide
not.
them.
I'm not talking about raising. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if it was your child, you wouldn't be happy about it either. You wouldn't be like, oh, it's cool. That's all I'm saying. It wouldn't be. I'm talking about her as a woman. If it's your son, you're not happy. I feel like whenever it comes to women, it's always different. You know, oh, it's the girls, you know. But I feel like the same thing for young men. If it was my son, I wouldn't be pleased. No shade to you. I'm just saying I wouldn't be happy. I would be very upset with you. You know, you were a very grown woman.
But people like, why can't these people just be left alone? Like, let them do what they do.
No,
they together. They having. I don't know if they're together.
I said no shade to them. I'm talking, but I'm just saying if it was my kid, if he was my son, I'm not talking about what everyone thinks. I'm talking about like his.
But
mom,
what if your son was happy though?
I'm sure you think you happy. You're 22. Everything makes you happy.
No, he's telling you he's happy.
Yeah, I know you're 22. I know you're 22. I know you're 22. I know.
I'm happy.
I know you're 22.
So,
I know.
Shit on my happiness, right?
No, it's just that I'm old enough to know better.
Okay, yeah. So I could
all.
bring, but your same son that's 21, 22 could bring a girl his age around, and you could still be like, oh no, she here for the money.
Not even.
So it's like
not even that. First off, I wouldn't want my kid to have a kid. I wouldn't want my kid to be having a kid that young. I wouldn't. I don't want you to have that kind of commitment at that age. That's not something I will hold.
But why is that? But what does that have to do with Drea? Like, why are people getting on Drea?
Well,
Drea is just a grown woman doing what she wants to do.
It's the age difference in that. It's that you have 18 years on my son as well. So it's also like, you wouldn't hope this for your kid either. Like, why would, you know what I'm saying? Why would you put a baby on my son like that? And I'm not trying to say it in a bad way that it's offensive to her. I feel like she's probably dealing with a lot of things, with a lot of social media and people coming out her. So God bless you, and God bless your family. Honestly, I'm not trying to get at you, but I'm just saying, if it was my kid, how I would feel, how I would react, I would not be happy. I wouldn't.
I mean, I couldn't say I wouldn't be. I mean,
if my son came home and told me that he was having a baby with a woman that was exactly my age, get the fuck out of here. I'm liable to whoop this bitch ass.
Y'all got something in common. Y'all can have conversations. But I feel like people gotta understand, like, when you grown, like when you get of age, ain't nothing you can do. Like, your kids are gonna do what they do.
I'm not. That's not like, what I'm saying. You're talking about something completely different from what I'm talking about.
Just leave it be. No, I don't like that people is getting on Drea.
I'm not getting on her.
I'm not saying that you are. I just don't like that people.
I'm making a very general statement.
Like, these are two grown human beings.
Doesn't matter. You live your life publicly. People are gonna have something to say. That's just how it is. It goes this way for everybody who lives their life in the public. That's so you know, it's fine. We taking all the good. Take the good with the bad. Have to take the good with the bad. I'm sorry. That's just unfortunately how it goes.
Yeah, but why nobody feel bad for the older nigga that get done and get his money taken by like a young woman or something? I
feel very sorry for Robert De Niro for having a kid at this age. Actually, I feel bad for the baby.
But it's like, people, I don't know.
Al Pacino too.
I just think, yeah, did she do something like, let's say, like target him or something? I can't say that. I can't say that she got with him.
I don't want to do the nastiness, so I don't really want to do that. But I said what I said. I'm gonna stand on exactly what I said. That's my point. I'm standing on that. I said what I said. I mean exactly what I said.
I think everybody should just leave them the fuck alone.
She feels like she's at the bottom of like a pile of human bodies. So I do feel for her. And the reason I really don't want to do that, I feel like it is nasty what's happening. A lot of people are speaking on her. You don't like that. You feel like it's whole shit that men and grown men are speaking on her, which I can agree.
What's the deal? I want you to bring that out too. Like, the men, like men. I've been saying this shit for how long? But men are just slowly turning into women and trying to justify, like, oh, the women do it. Stop. That's not a justification for the whole shit you niggas is doing. Like, all this, oh, I was with her too, and like putting your name out there, like
Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young having this conversation.
That and old boy, I forget the name from Power.
London Brown.
From 50's show, Kanan. Yeah. Can you cue that up? Like, I want you to.
But I do want to say that I do. Her mental state, I'm where I do.
Is she pregnant? Like,
yeah, exactly. On. So I don't think that the world should.
It's a blessing. Babies are a blessing.
Bitch, put the internet down too at the same time. Like, why are you looking at all these comments people are saying? Put the fucking internet down. People are saying a lot of negative shit about you. Don't tune the fuck in.
Congratulations. Congratulations. I ain't mad at it, man. I just feel like the young guys, just men in period, like Just be weary. Like if that's your vibe, if that's what you do, because it's something. Like I said, somebody's gonna wipe the neighborhood hood rat. So I'm not saying that's her. I'm just saying there's somebody for everybody, and this is how it goes sometimes. So like maybe he, I don't know their business. Maybe he really likes her. Maybe they want to be together. I don't know. I don't give a shit anyway how it go. But this is the type of shit I hate right here. Please play this.
NBA player had the kid by him, or is having, she had him or having him, got the kid by him, bro. She's passed around goods. So you think you're the guy because you got a pretty woman and she's pregnant. You don't know. Oh, you got to the party late. You don't know. She done chopped all of us off. But congratulations on the newborn. 22-year-old.
Nasty. That's nasty work.
So that's what I thought. Listen, because he said you got to the party late. So I'm thinking he's just speaking in general sense.
You heard
he's
that.
He's not speaking literally. You got to the party late. Oh, she topped us all off.
If I say us, there's no other way to interpret us. Us includes me. No. If I say if we went to,
I told you this is a general y'all. You,
no,
I feel like it's a very. I feel like
he didn't use any of those words. He didn't use any of those words.
You don't have to use those words to be speaking in general. People use in general. Nigga, we talking about black people. I'm talking about us. All of us. If you come for all of any of us, you coming for all of us. I don't mean all. I don't really mean all of us.
That nigga lied on his dick. Period. Point blank.
Because
that's nasty. Like if you wanna give game to the young man, give him some game. But that like saying, oh, she did X, Y, Z and did all, nigga, he probably know that already. But give me some game about how to move in a room full of vultures, because these women.
I don't agree with her addressing him, even coming out to be like, oh, he's lying, he's saying us, I never met him. Who gives a fuck? Like, why do you care? Like, that makes it feel, and here's why. Because
that's nasty.
No, I know.
That's
nasty. All of it's nasty, though, right? But you're taking time out to address this. So you know what it means? It seems like when everybody else is saying stuff, they fuck you and all stuff, that is true. Don't address any of it. Or address all of it.
Nah, if a nigga ain't hit, you gotta address that shit. Dre, if a nigga ain't hit or got some top, you gotta address that shit. Stand on business. Stand on business. That's what we doing. We standing on business. I don't like that shit is nasty. It's like, even if you did get some top from her, why are you saying it like to the internet? Like why are you bragging that you fucked this woman? It's like you see a nigga with a chick and you're like, oh man, I used to fuck on her. Congratulations. Like, it's one thing to think it in your head and then to say it. And another thing to say it like out loud. Like if like, all right, walk somewhere, your ex-boyfriend near, we come in and they're like, oh yeah, he's telling all his friends that's around, oh yeah, that used to be my old bitch right there. Congratulations, nigga.
I've had a nigga lie about fucking me. I've literally had that happen.
But I'm not even saying lying. I'm saying the nigga be telling the truth. So what you did? Who cares? Like, at this point in time, she has moved on from you. She gave you some top or whatever. She's gone. She's on to another nigga. And she pregnant. And maybe they happy. I don't know. I don't know they business. But I'm just saying, like, that's nasty for niggas to do. They like.
I just think all this is beyond. Like, I just think all this is beyond even the point. And
men, we gotta do better as men. Like I said, we gotta nip this in the bud. Every nigga ain't the same. You got dumb niggas. You got these weirdo niggas. You got regular niggas. Like, we gotta start categorizing shit, because I don't want to be included in the likes of these type of niggas. Like, that's nasty work. Like, I don't know if you can find it, but also Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young was like on live or something, and they were talking. And Gilbert Arenas didn't really say much, but it was more so Nick Young like telling a story about when he first got an NBA, and Gilbert Arenas was in the backseat getting some head. He kept saying,
"Why are you reiterating though? If you think it's so corny that he said it, why would you even?"
Because we're talking. The people don't know that. Like, they may not know that. So you talking about? Can we not? Do we not have to explain what's going on? No?
Yes. You could have just said they said some nasty shit about her. They said some whole shit like this.
And then the people going to be left to assume, like, because everybody knows what happened. Everybody, like, can I explain it? Or
okay.
No? Okay. Like, can I explain it or no?
I just felt like we spent a lot of time on the Dre thing, and Jay, we already said we don't really gonna get too much into it.
All right, next.
We said this whole shit. We know it's whole shit. Fuck these niggas doing whole shit. Like, let's move. We got a lot of shit to get on to.
Next. Okay, what's next?
We're gonna do a topic. We're gonna do a hot top.
I don't care.
Okay.
You take us there. If you want us to leave that, take us there.
Okay, Portia Williams and Simon Guabadier are. This divorce is starting to look like it's getting nasty, and I thought he's doing the same kind of whole shit that you were speaking on, like just men. So of course we know they split, and then he's had some mixed messages put up like recently. Now we know that I think they announced their split a few weeks ago, maybe like a month ago or so. Who knows how long they've really actually been broken up? I don't know. But now he's posting pictures to his Instagram of like another woman he's been with. Like he posted a picture of like her body. It's like so fucking corny. It is. It's corny. Then he's like, yacht life, one life to live, gotta live it. And he's like posted up with this girl. And it's just weird. It is corny. It's weird. And then at the same time, he's also putting up like these weird ass messages. Like he said something about her mind being controlled. He said whoever told Portia, like basically like she didn't leave on her own. She was told or instructed to leave. And whoever told her to leave now owns her emotional state or something like that. Is responsible for her emotional. You own her emotional state, you dumbass. I don't even know what that means. I just think, what are you doing as a man? Like, what are you doing? Move on. Like, leave. Like, stop doing all this shit. So then she even posted something like, if you keep telling your lies, I will start speaking my truth. And then he commented, can't wait with popcorn.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This women business.
It's corny.
This women business.
Now
Ain't my business.
he posted it on there, and then he posted it. They picked up that post on Shade Room. He went to the Shade Room and posted that. Like, oh, can't wait. It's just like, okay. Topic you don't care about? Yeah, say that.
I mean, I don't know how this made the cut.
Because women like this around Real House like this.
I ain't stopping you because women listen, so I'll let y'all get
this is
on.
all a part of the rollout for Real Housewives of Atlanta and her comeback. So now they're really beefing up this shit between her and the soon-to-be ex-husband. So this is going to be a part of the show. We know it. Nene Leakes has now come out and said Portia Williams went to a production crew. She didn't say which production crew, and basically blocked her. So I feel like she's also hinting that she could have came back to the Real Housewives. I want you to come in next season. Yeah, and they're coming back. Their season is coming up, so they're really getting this good rollout is coming. They know what they're doing here.
They definitely do.
Chris Brown is out here reminding us yet again that he is that nigga and he doesn't give a fuck about what anybody thinks and that he deserves his fucking respect. He said, there will never be another Chris Brown. Don't wait till I'm gone to realize that. This nigga's not playing. And they remember before that, what did he say? I think it came out before that saying, like, he don't give a fuck about none of this industry shit. He is not to be, that's what he said. I don't want to be accepted from none of the mainstream media and fake celebrities. I am king in my own lane. Your faith ain't got shit on me and they know it. Ain't finna tap dance for approval. You will beg forgiveness of me. That I do know.
Yeah,
Chris Brown is the definition of standing on business because he's been talking like this for a minute. He don't
it's just fucked up because, I mean, it's a tragic situation what happened. You know, God bless Rihanna. Like, but that shit will never, like, it's affected his career so much that Chris Brown is so big, but he should be way bigger. Like Chris Brown should be like Michael Jackson level, in my opinion. Like
he was, but you think he's older? He got
that. No, after, yeah, before the Rihanna thing, what happened with Rihanna, but after that shit is just it's like you can never make a mistake in today's world because people will never forget that shit. Like especially being a black man, like. You make one wrong mistake, like, yeah, he was wrong. He should have never put his hands on that woman at all. Should never put your hands on a woman, period. As a man, I don't give a fuck. She hit you, whatever. Walk away, run away. Jonathan Majors, run, nigga. Run.
But you don't think that Chris Brown had any success after the Rihanna?
He's had success, but not the success he should have had. Okay. Like, Chris Brown, in my opinion, Chris Brown should be like Michael, like how you have, like, a Drake in rap. Mm. Like that should be Chris Brown.
I feel like he is that counterpart.
No, I'm talking about even the money, the accolades, like everything. Like Chris Brown should be.
Yeah. Okay. Like,
he should be on that level. Like
maybe it's just that's my personal opinion of him that he is that, and maybe that's like a war.
Yeah.
That's my personal
I'm just saying, like, his personal. Yeah, of course, we know like Chris Brown really, really like that. But I'm just saying, like, he hasn't got his just due because of that situation, it was fucked up. But it's like, damn, like. Can a nigga ever grow? Can a nigga like learn from his mistakes and move forward? I mean, yeah, it was something bad that happened, but damn, like, it's like, it's just like something I've been wanting to talk about too. It's like black men, I've been hearing this a lot lately, and it's like black men don't know what it feel like to be loved for just being themselves. Like, we have to provide something, whether monetarily, physically, something. Like, we have to give something. We can't just be here. Like, it could be like, it could be.
Let me expound upon that, because I want to ask, because I also feel like I want to be clear on how this is coming.
I should say most, not all black men. Not all black men.
But also, I want to be clear. I don't want to, I was going to say I feel like this is untrue, but I don't want to negate the feelings of a black man. So let me not say it that way. But I just want to be clear that I feel like you mean publicly, like to the world, not to like your community, like who knows you. Because I feel like that's unfair to say to people who know.
I would say more so,
because the people who personally know mostly like black men, I feel like for most men, you do feel loved and you feel appreciated for just being you by the people that you really know. I feel like that's from the world, right?
I think they were thinking more so of like women and children.
Who's they? I'm not saying.
I can't remember who was saying, but I've heard it from a few people. But I think they were speaking more so on the lines of like women and children. But
nobody feels appreciated by their kids. Mom or dad.
But I'm just saying, like women wise, it's like
ungrateful.
It's like women, like being with a woman. Like sometimes men don't know what it's like just to be loved just for them. Like you gotta provide something. And like I said, it don't have to be monetary.
But sometimes isn't that on you for also, if you're coming in, because sometimes who you're with is a reflection of who you are too, though. If you're coming in as like trying to be that person, like I'm gonna do this and X, Y, Z for you, you also.
Because that's all we know.
Yeah, but also isn't that your fault too, though? Like it's your fault too, because you're also coming at me a certain way. Like you're coming into this thing saying I want to be this kind of person for you. Like I want to be that, instead of just saying that I want to be loved, or showing that you just want to be loved for who you are. You're trying to be loved for this and for that. If you present that way, you're going to be loved that way too. If that makes sense.
I could see what you're saying, but also like I said, they don't have to be monetary. Like I could just be giving some good dick, and that's just what I'm loved for. Like, but if I ain't dropping this motherfucker off all the time, then it's a problem. Like it's just something.
Why are you presenting that? But you're also presenting that way.
No, because that's just.
You're presenting as a dick slinger.
No, I just.
You are. I'm just saying, kind of.
I just came to.
Why you?
I just came to throw some shit, and
yeah,
that was it.
But when I first met you, I didn't know you were just slinging good dick. You had to present yourself that way to me. It's kind of what I'm saying. Or if I presented that's what I want, and you presented like that's what you can provide for me. That's also
what you fell in love with.
But that's what you should be accountable for that too.
But you didn't fall in love. Like before then,
she's not wrong. The women are wrong, but you also have to be accountable for that to yourself, because you played a part in that. You did.
but it's like going into the world, like like we always constantly got to give something. Like we got to take care of somebody in some type of way, like take care of people. And not to say, I'm saying most black men, a lot of black, maybe not most, but some black men, I should say some.
I used to blame the white man for that shit, putting that burden on y'all like that.
But it is, but it's
on men.
It is just one of those things. It's like we can't do no wrong. Like we were talking about, like Chris Brown, like he made a mistake. How many? Like I don't remember how long ago that. It had to be over 10 years, right? Or more.
It's way longer.
That's what I'm saying. Like in this man's career, like.
10 years have been 2014.
Like he had I didn't know, you don't have to post, but he was saying like even just like his talent level, like he was like motherfuckers talking. We was having that conversation about with Cordero about like the songwriters and shit, talking about the artists getting a part of their publishing. But it's like Chris Brown said that shit like, yeah, you can write it, but who gonna sing it like me? Who gonna perform that shit like me? So that's why I was saying, like, if the motherfucking songwriters...
Nobody in the industry is getting their just due. We can't afford to be giving you money I don't fucking have. Let's just be clear.
And that's what I'm saying. But if I'm just getting part of your publishers, because, yeah, you wrote the song, but who gonna really put that sauce on it like me? And he had a good example. It was a song that actually came out. It was Usher, 2 Chainz, and Lil Wayne, I think. I think it was called, like... You saw the ring. I don't know the name of the song, but I could hear it in my head right now. And they played Usher's version, the version that came out. But I guess Chris Brown had got the song. Something happened with the song where they took Chris Brown off, and he played him singing the same shit Usher did. And you know how I feel about Usher. Usher is my goat. Like not goat. Well, yeah, he my goat because I can't. The other nigga I can't even say his name. But Usher, he wanted him. Like he really wanted him. And when I say Nigga, I'm like, why the fuck they got Usher on this song? Because Chris Brown, when I wish you could pull it up, because I wish I had my phone. Like, I would pull this shit up. But when I say, like, if you hear that shit, this nigga sounds beautiful. Like, like that shit, like Usher did it justice. Like, if I would have never heard Chris Brown, I would have been like, oh yeah, that shit was fire.
Okay.
But, like, please try to find this right now if you can. Because I want the people to hear, like, this nigga, he smoked it. Like, I swear I wish I had my phone. Like, I'm going to have to give me another phone because your ass don't never pull up shit.
No,
you be having a phone for no reason.
You know why? Because when I ask you to rewind shows, you don't never want to rewind shows for me.
But shout out to Chris Brown, man. I really pray he eventually gets his just due. But I don't know. I don't know if it'll come. Shout out to all black men. You are loved, even if you don't know.
But I feel like it's hard for people to recover just in general from the industry. Like, I'm not trying to say anything about this not being true for black men. Because I do believe that there's a lot going on with black men. But I just want to look at the industry example because that's not fair. Because I feel like we can go over so many examples with that. Like with
no, not just I'm not wasn't speaking about that. I was just saying like just in general, like just black men. Shout out to Chris Brown, but that shit, he smoked that shit. That nigga, I wish I could play that shit. Speaking about it, I was thinking about
Transparency.
Transparency is the name of the song. Transparency. That's exactly the name of the song. You found it or no? It's fine.
I guess this is it.
It's fine. It's fine.
TikTok.
It was he was on. I think he was on Drink Champs talking about it and he played it. But it's fine. It's fine. You ain't got it. It's okay. It's okay. I was gonna say, let's talk about. I was thinking about it. How do you? So if like you break up, let's say just not a marriage because we know marriage you got to go through divorce and through, really split your shit. But just a relationship. You in a relationship. Let's say y'all live together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got and no kids. Just y'all live together. Maybe y'all got a dog. Y'all got a place. Y'all both on the lease, but y'all break up. How do we determine who gets what?
We need a breakup decree.
So like a prenup.
No, not a prenup. It's like a divorce decree. So whenever you divorce, you go to court for, right? We're deciding how to split our assets. And generally for
so who's the mediator?
The courts.
So motherfuckers who ain't married should go to court.
It's what I'm saying. Because so we go, and usually for most people, like we're splitting debts. We're deciding like how to pay for this, So yeah, we need a breakup decree. We both pay for this couch. Sell it, we get half. Or you keep it, I keep this, So we need.
Like most breakups are like super, like it's hard. Like, so how in a regular relationship do we even get to a decree? Like, cause we know if you married, you have to go through the courts to separate and like to get divorced. Like it's paperwork. But in a relationship, it's not. So how do we separate?
Like with common law, we're going through them courts.
Yeah, common law. But I'm just saying, like, we got a dog. Who get the dog?
People go to court for this kind of shit all the time. It's called civil court, okay? I pay for the motherfucking dog. You want to keep the fucking dog? You keep the dog and pay me for it.
All right, who get the apartment? Who get to stay in the apartment?
Pay me.
But that's so tough. I was just thinking about it. I'm like, how do you like?
Pay me and I'll leave.
It's so contentious in those situations.
I'm saying, we're on a lease. I'm staying.
Yeah, we just gonna be roommates.
Well, they have, or you can't. Here's the thing, though. You can leave a lease. I've seen people leave, and then because they split, they try to sue the other person, but it's called a
Accentual circumstances.
No, damn, I can't think about the term of it. It's gonna come to me later. But it's when literally this was because it was a bad or chaotic situation. It was best for us to split. And so I don't have to pay you for leaving because this was the best decision for both of us. It would have got violent or something, for me being in here. So
you can leave me with a lease. Yeah. You can just leave me.
Yeah, 100%.
Even though I rely on you, we was going half and half.
100%.
That's bullshit. But I think, okay, you say a breakup decree. That's cool. But I think also these things should be talked about during the relationship.
For sure.
It's like because you don't want to, but I always feel like it's a bad thing too to kind of put that like negativity into the air. It's like you're already thinking about the end.
Yeah, but it should be said. We're responsible adults. We've been through this shit before.
No, we know.
Like I saw an article about it's a male couple living together. They have a kid, and well, the one of the guys already had a kid, and the guy said that he's been with his boyfriend for some years now, and I want to say like 10 years maybe, because when he first got there, I think that his boyfriend's son was 2, and they're married now, but his boyfriend already had a home. He bought the home prior to him moving in. Mm-hmm. So now they're looking to move and get a different house together. And the husband stands to make, I want to say like $200,000 off of the sale of the home. And so now the other one is thinking, should I be getting something? He's like, I don't want to make a big deal in my relationship, so I'm coming in the internet to ask, should I be getting something? Should I feel like I'm entitled to something from the sale of this home? Because I've been living here and helping to cook and clean it for years and helping to pay the bills. I paid rent to him. He said, I paid rent to him, helped to raise his son, and I feel like I should be getting something, but I want to know first, like, is that right for me to think? I don't think so. You gonna pay rent anywhere you fucking stay, and they worked out a split.
I look at marriage differently. I look at it as a partnership. Not everybody does, so apparently they don't either. Because if they're selling the house, they're about to buy another house. I'm assuming most of that money is gonna go towards this new house.
Yeah.
So, which means you are getting something out of it,
right? And he said they discussed a split for their household, 52-48. I think that works. He said that's an agreement that works for them.
That's super specific.
He said that's based on what they make, and the other one.
I mean, that's fine.
That is very specific.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like that's wrong, because like if you, and usually it's okay, you with a chick. If your chick make less than you can't expect her to pay half. That's true. Help with something. Maybe you could pay the utilities. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can't afford to pay half of the rent and utilities. You know what I'm saying? Help me out with the utilities. Something like, how can we go back to Cardi B?
I'm pulling that story right now.
Like she was saying it, but I heard go ahead, pull up. Yeah, and then we can.
I got a message for y'all from Cardi.
All right, so this is what I believe in, right? Like it's like if you're gonna be the type of bitch that like a nigga, you want a nigga to take care of you and everything, but it's like, all right, you have to like pick a balance. Like it's like you cannot just be a bitch that's like, oh, my man take care of me, he does the bills, but it's like, what do you do? What are you contributing? Like it's like, all right, like, you can't be complaining like, oh, I cook, I clean every day. It's like, okay, but you don't work, you don't contribute to the house. So I just feel like it's like, and like sometimes people be like, oh, so this is like really controversial, right?
Cool.
I feel like it's very controversial when like be like, oh, I don't go 50-50, but it's like, all right. So if you and your man make the same amount of money, right? But only your man is the one that paying all the bills. How y'all ever gonna save up to like buy a house or buy a business? Cause he's never gonna be able to afford to. So it's like certain things is like a joint thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
I got a message.
It's like a work together. But I just be feeling like sometimes people, like the internet really be having people fucked up from like real reality type shit. So it's like, all right, so your mom and dad used to work every single day, right? So your mom and dad used to work every single day, so your mom could save her money and buy purses, and your dad just steal goods. That's not how it works. This is your mom was in the house cooking and cleaning every day. Your dad was working, or they was both working to pay both the bills. Like y'all be acting like y'all don't know what the fuck that is like no more. Like come on.
But
My money was your dad money, and your dad money was your mom money.
I agree, but I also feel like this is the one time I'm not gonna blame the internet. I usually blame the internet for everything, but this has been a thing with women for a long time. Before the internet, women have wanted to just be taken care of. This one I'm not gonna put on social media. No, but I typically do.
No, what she's saying, this is different.
She's saying the mindset of like,
how the girls. Like,
I'm not gonna put that just on the internet.
No.
I always put everything.
No, I want to say no. It is a thing that women, there are such things as housewives, right? But these women are taking care of you. They take care of the house and your children. What she's saying, this isn't a newer thing where these women talking about the man should be doing all this, but you don't even know what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. You have no clue what your role is in this shit, and that I do feel is valid.
There's a guy, I don't know his name, but go to the DM NRG. I don't know this guy, but he was speaking something along the same lines, but he had a good point too of like, he had a good point too of like.
You finish your sentence?
Yeah. No. Go ahead. Yeah, I want to hear.
When men were paying all the bills back in the days, right? it wasn't because they wanted to. It was because they had to. They were the only ones that could work. Women couldn't work back then. Women didn't have rights, remember? So they had to stay at home with the kids. That's why the man was paying all the bills. It made sense. It's logic. But when you choose somebody that you say, hey man, this is who I want to do life with, it ought to be a partnership.
Hello,
It
partnership.
ought to be a partnership. For y'all that don't understand partnership,
50-50.
everything is 50-50. Y'all acquire all the responsibilities financially. When it comes to the household chores, when it comes to the kids, everything y'all do together. Y'all share the same responsibility. That's how it should be.
Kinsley, close that door.
These folks talking about, hey, a man should pay all the bills. Man, do you know what type of society we live in? The majority of the men that get up and go work 40 plus hours a week cannot afford to pay all the bills and still have money to save so y'all can get in
You need to work 60 hours a week.
so y'all can invest. They can't.
Work 4 hours, man.
Inflation is too high. Fellas, anyone
Sound like you're working hard enough.
Yeah, anyone that sits there and watch you
to pay
struggle.
all the bills and don't help you, she don't give a fuck about you.
Nope.
Not
A
true.
real woman is not gonna sit there and
Not
watch
true.
her man struggle.
Oh, real woman
A
watch
real
him sit there
woman
watching
ain't
that
gonna
struggle.
sit there and really let a man take care of her, even if that's her husband.
Thank
She
you.
wanna go out and
She
get
want to
her
go get her own
bread.
shit, and you do. You
You
are
know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? She wants her own.
Yes, this is true. All right, come on.
First off-
But he was preaching that gospel.
First off, I'm not gonna just sit up here and watch you struggle. I'm gonna rub your back. I'm gonna rub your feet. And make
That's what he's saying. He's saying they not even getting that. He's saying they not even doing that. Do that.
I do agree. It's funny. I'm making a joke, but I do agree.
But it's like
I do believe in the
a real
partnership.
woman, like you said, like you gonna want to go get your own shit regardless. Like even if I am providing everything, so to help, it's like okay, what are our goals? And that's why I think like people get married for the wrong reasons because it's like you get married to build. Like what? Okay, are we trying to get a house, build a family? What are we doing? Like, are we just getting married just for the sake of getting married, just to have a look? It's like, no, it's a partnership. So how can we both help each other get to where we're trying to get to? To build a family, to buy the house that we want to live in or whatever it is, or rent or whatever. I'm not saying you got to buy some shit. You can want to rent some shit, but how the fuck can we afford the nice shit that you want to go live in if I'm just the only one paying this shit?
You need to get another job.
The cars you want to drive in. Like, yeah.
You need to work 4 hours.
Work 4 hours for sure. I get it because honestly, like, I can't wait till the day where I could just be like, okay, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Shit, I can't wait for that day either.
But
Right.
until then, shit, I need your, as a partner, I need your help. Like, I need your help. I'm not afraid to ask for your help. Like, shit. We've got as far as we got it because we've helped each other.
50-50, motherfucker.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, no, I do agree. Let me stop playing around. 100%. I do believe that women, you have to be active participants in your relationship, in your life, in your marriage, and whatever your goals are. Whatever your goals are, you need to actively
Being a bad bitch
participating
ain't just
in that.
ain't
Yeah,
enough.
I keep saying what I said
Being
earlier.
pretty ain't
Being
enough.
pretty is not. It's not transactionable for as long as you think it is.
Yeah.
It's not.
Ain't enough.
And again, like you said, we got shit we're really trying to accomplish. And how can we do that if we're just relying upon just you to do that? Even if we get there, you're just so stressed, you don't even have time for me. And it creates all these other issues, right? Because then you've had to do all of these things by yourself. It's going to create some sort of separation at some point. So it's like, help me help us.
And
Help
I see
us.
some of the women doing like I see like even like some of these women we talking about like I don't follow Drea, so I don't really know what she got going on. But I'm assuming she got some businesses and she doing some shit. I'm assuming. But like I see like a Bidnezz, like she's selling shit. You look at her like a Young Miami. She was with Diddy. She could have just tucked it in and be like, this nigga's a billionaire. I ain't gotta do shit. But she's still out here selling cards and merch and you know what I'm saying? Like all
cars?
like cards. Like she got like a card game or some shit.
Oh, I'm like, wait.
Yeah, she got like a, but like they selling shit. They sell like they're using their like they prettiness.
I'm
or
using my
bad
name.
bitch.
I'm using my name.
Your name
to
get some money. Like you ain't just relying on your famous rich boyfriend or whatever y'all title is or whatever. Like you know what I'm saying?
trying to get my own.
Trying to get your own. Like and that's cool. Like at least that way, even if I am paying everything, you ain't gotta always look at me like, Yeah, I need some like nobody like no begging ass bitch.
And
I'll
it's
tell you
important.
that.
It's important for you to just be able to have something for yourself too.
Yeah,
It is.
for a fact.
You don't want to ask for everything that you need.
Yeah. I want to talk about this, and
I'm too
this
old
is
for
I hate to generalize this because I don't like to put this on black women, but I've been hearing this a lot lately about like black women raising the men they despise. Like y'all, like you know what I'm saying? We know the men y'all despise. Y'all hate niggas that ain't getting no money, lazy, ain't doing shit. Always want to trying to live off of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these different things, like all not being faithful, having multiple women.
Where
you know
daddy
what
at?
I'm
Why have to raise him alone? Where daddy at?
Okay. Okay. But and this is why, yes, it's the dad is the fault as well, because if he's not involved, he definitely part of the fault. But it's just so like it's like, okay, you have a lot of single black mothers that are raising young men to become men.
Well,
And
the first thing is a woman can't make a man a man. We don't.
You can't.
We don't. That's not our lane. That's not our field. We're very lost there. After a certain age, a certain point.
but you know what you
I'm
don't like
trying
in
to
a
get.
man.
Right.
But you know what you don't like in a man.
Right.
So why are you not trying to raise your? I know it's hard. You can't raise a man. We get that.
Sometimes do you think that black mothers raise or treat their sons how they treat their men? Because I don't know how to raise a man. I can show you how a woman should treat a man, right? But then that in turn makes you think that now you have the belief that your woman should be like your mom. No, nigga. Your woman is to be your woman. She
So
can't
yeah,
raise you
but
too.
yeah, yes you can.
But it's
because
confusion
you
in
can.
that.
No, it's not, because you can also talk when you doing all this shit. You can teach. You can break it down and say, hey, I'm doing X, Y, Z because of X, Y, Z. But X, Y, Z, it's like the same thing. It's like if you, all right, somebody was saying, I forgot who was saying, it was like, you gotta show, like you said, you show them, even though you can't teach a man how to be a man, teach him how to treat a woman.
Right.
Okay, this is what you gotta do, X, Y, Z. But a lot of times they don't do that. They just baby the boys. They baby them. They give them everything they want. And then what do you think you're raising? You're gonna raise the same nigga that you despise, that you talking shit about. Oh, I hate these type of niggas.
I don't think it's intentional, but also
it's not intentional. I'm not saying it's intentional, but it's happening. Like, and I don't know if they're looking at that or anything, but it's like you can't be mad at these niggas
fair.
out here.
I don't think that's fair. I feel like a lot of parents, mothers, single parents, overcompensate. And
Yes,
it's intentional and unintentional.
It's unintentional.
You don't know any better. You're just trying to give your child the best of, and and it sucks because you're stuck having to be the mother and the father, and you really only know how to play one role.
And this shit
I don't think it's fair.
But even coming from a 2-parent household, that shit could happen. Like, it don't always mean like it's just a black women. Like I said, like the men, like yeah, you got some men that ain't raising, but we were talking about black women.
Yeah, but if there's a man in the household, first off, if there's a man in the household, then you have a man to look up to. So even if I'm teaching you something, you got a man who's gonna be like, and he gonna say something to you. He's gonna show you how it goes. So you should be able to pick that up though still.
And not, but again,
But
like,
also,
just because you're doing all of that thing, all of those things doesn't mean he's gonna turn out that way.
But also, the way that you turn out is not always a reflection of the way that you were raised.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
People are their own people. Like, there is a responsibility to the parents because you have got to teach your child and show them and tell them when they are wrong. You have to tell them.
Yeah.
You have to tell them. But also, the responsibility is, Maya Angelou spoke this shit on Poetic Justice. Part of the responsibility also lies on the child because you have the control over your own life. So you need to you're making the decisions for your own life, and you have to be responsible for that. You are responsible for your decisions, not me. I've already instilled what I can.
You can.
But also,
I took you as far as I could take you.
I've said this before.
But a lot of times, like you.
Like I was saying, I said this before. I said it when we were talking about, like, when it came up with the whole think about men not being emotionally intelligent, right? And how women, we are part of this too. Like, we raise these men, and not even just like mothers. I mean, as a community, right? You got cousins, aunts, your friends, women that are in the community for these black men. Oftentimes, when these black boys are coming up, we're saying things like, don't cry, I don't want to hear that, don't want to talk about your, shut the fuck up, you're talking about your feelings, it's too much, you're talking like a little girl, you acting like a little girl, right? And then when these men get older and we're looking for them in relationships. That we are the same women who are like, why can't you just talk to me about how you feel? I just don't understand why you're so closed off and why you just can't tell me things. So, we're also part of the problem in that too, because we're pushing the negative stereotypes, but then we're also being mad at you being that way.
But that's why that's the whole thing we just said. I said this black, I'm saying raising the men that you don't want.
I'm saying I said this before.
And I know it's a hard thing. I'm not saying that's not hard, because at the end of the day, you just want to make your kid happy. But also I feel like you gotta teach lessons. And like you said, no matter what they do, the parents do, you still gonna turn out how you turn out, whatever you want to do. Because you can come from a household, everybody in the same household is not gonna turn out the exact same way.
That's a fact. And we all gonna have different experiences in the way we perceive the things happening in the house.
Yep. So, but also, I ain't talking shit, but I still shout out to all black women. I got a hard job. But think about that. Like, that was a good thing. I read it. It was good to hear. Like, but it's thought provoking, because it's like, think about some of the things you're doing with your kids that can cause problems in the future. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like okay. Oh. I don't even watch this show, but I was my mom was watching it, and I was kind of I was laying with her the other day, and it's Love Is Blind. And the black guy on there, I was joking because I seen my sister and my mom watch it.
Love Is Big.
And one of the guys on there was saying his play, and he was talking. I saw when they ended up moving in together, right there engaged, him and the girl, and he's telling her like a bit, because he kept saying like, I don't want to cheat. You know, they be saying everything. He just kept saying, but I don't want to cheat. Like everything he could be doing, like eating. Well, these niggas is good. I just don't want to cheat on you. like he just kept saying this, like it's a recording. Like they could just be walking in the park having a good conversation. He'd be like, yeah, I just don't want to cheat on you. And so he finally said, he finally said, I'm laughing. That's the thing that Eric, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I don't watch the show. And Eric was like, that's him exactly. It was like somebody made like a little joke about it. So then I saw, he was telling her like, and that's what I grew up in. All I ever seen was my dad cheat. He was like, this is, my mom, he
had to psych himself out every time he
He's right. He said, so that's why he's like that. Like, why he was always cheating. He said, right, I saw my dad cheat with my mom. And that really affected him. He said, I think his parents were together like 25 years, or I'm not sure. But he saw a lot of that in his childhood. He said his dad would even take him on like his infidelity trips because he was cheating on his mom when he was young. And he was saying he has never even to this day talked to his mom about that stuff, about going, and that make him, I was like, but also he's carrying some of their stuff.
TV.
Put
your mom.
Like,
your mom should whoop your ass.
He brought his mom to reunion. Oh my God.
To tell her all, to put all her business.
Well, she had to have seen it by that point.
I'm just saying.
So, and he was saying then after his parents split, after they divorced, his dad, he'd never seen his dad in a relationship. He was always like with a bunch of women. And then he gonna say, then he went too far. He was like, you know, I've never seen like anybody in like a real relationship with somebody like that's their faithful. He said like, he started mentioning celebrities. I was like, you don't even know these fucking people. I've never seen black men. You don't know these people. Stick with who you know. But he said he's never seen any functioning relationships and whatnot. I should have put that door because of that airplane. But yeah.
But I know like she about to come right back in. That's why I didn't want to close it. She about to come right in.
Like anybody in like a real relationship with somebody like that's their faithful. He said like, he started mentioning celebrities. I was like, you don't even know these fucking people.
Yeah, I think I don't know none of them motherfuckers.
Exactly. But and this reminded me of the Mike Epps with the shit with his wife, and you know, take it back. I don't even want to go into that because that's too long for this.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, we about to finish. So. Yeah, I think I don't know none of them motherfuckers.
Exactly. But and this reminded me of why we said he don't know none of them motherfuckers, and that's cool.
Yeah, I think I don't know none of them motherfuckers.
Exactly. And to close it out, I want to end it with a beautiful black story. Terry Crews said that D Wade approached him. He said he saw them. They asked if he ever, I think he was on Shay Shay, and he asked if he ever had a conversation with D Wade and Gab, and he said that they were somewhere at a game or something, and D Wade actually approached him and said, you know, like I see it, like he came to him and said, you know, I see another black king in here, so I just wanted to come and speak. Which I feel like is super admirable and honorable. And then he asked if he could speak to them. And he said he had a whole convo with them and they were just very classy. And they accepted his apology and they're like, you know, it's all good. But I think that's a stand-up man. For it to be have something publicly between you and my wife or whatever, you didn't kind of have her back. However, it came out publicly, you know, from I think it's whatever it is.
I forgot what happened, but I remember something happened.
And for
so long ago.
D-Wade to come up to him and be like that, kudos to this black man and to these two black men and these three black people for being able to piece it up and really show us.
Did he have
how
his nails polished when he went up?
Does
and
it
shook
matter?
his hand?
I love a classy black man with polished nails. That nail polish gave him the super strength to be extra classy. I think that's amazing. Kudos to this man.
Shout out to
for being that way. I
Black
love it.
Love. And
That's
Black
wonderful.
Peace. Black Peace. Shout out to Black
amazing.
Peace. All right, take us out. We out of here.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us. We appreciate that.
NRG, we out.